What is shaking, guys? Welcome back. I have some slightly old-ish news. It was posted a couple weeks ago on the OC registry, but I just saw it for the first time, and it's some big news in my opinion. So I'm just going to give you one little hint before we jump into this. It's about Galaxy's Edge, guys. Star Wars Land. So as I just mentioned, my big breaking news is about Star Wars Land Galaxy's Edge. This is in regards to the Disneyland version, not Disney World. I just saw this for the first time. It is the blueprints. The blueprints for Galaxy's Edge. Now, to me, it kind of just looks like what they showed at D23 with the scale model. I don't know if it actually was to scale, but with the model of the new land coming to Disneyland and the Disney World Resort. And there's just a couple things I want to point out. I don't want to dive all into this, but if you guys want to see the entire article and everything listed, just go to the OC registry, type in Star Wars Land, and they'll give you a whole bunch of articles, and it will be right toward the top, since I believe it was published on the 17th, so it was only a couple weeks ago. So I just want to dive in and hit these couple little notes that kind of stood out in my mind. The first one is the Millennium Falcon ride. To me, this looks like the big ride, but it's not. When you look at the construction and all that's been going on, obviously the big ride is Battle Escape, well, what we're calling Battle Escape. I have a feeling they'll do a different name for it. It hasn't been released, but to me, Millennium Falcon seems more like the thrill ride. But looking at this picture and reading the little article, it only holds 6 people. About 6 people. So I'm a little worried about how many people this thing can produce, go through in an hour. Space Mountain puts through a lot. Pirates is a ton. But I'm really curious to see how this line flow goes. If you're only able to fit 6 people into each pod. But as you look again at this picture, there looks to be a lot of pods. So you figure if each little wheel is kind of like Dumbo, if each little wheel has 6 or 8 different pods, you have 2 different pods, that's 16 times 6, that's a lot of people. So who knows, but this to me looks like it could really, really be the main attraction. A little more than Battle Escape. Well, so speaking of Battle Escape, let's just take a look at this picture. And to me, this looks like, if you guys have been to Universal, either on the West Coast or the East Coast, to me this looks like Spider-Man or Transformers, where you're kind of in a vehicle that much similar to Star Tours, where it's a set number of people, and unlike Star Tours, this one will move like Spider-Man or Transformers. It'll move through set pieces and move through different film screens and things like that, and you'll be a part of the experience that way. Now, when you look at the construction of the building that's going on, to me it looked kind of like a roller coaster, maybe like a Space Mountain, but obviously it's nowhere near big enough. And the layout, if you've seen it grow and gradually grow, there's a lot of T-bars and I-bars and just so much iron going through the building. Maybe a roller coaster couldn't fit there. Maybe I've been assuming the wrong thing here. But just looking at the picture, it looks like it's a small vehicle that might move through set pieces, like I said, Transformers or Spider-Man from Universal. Another example I've heard people throw out is Harry Potter, where you're kind of just in one spot and you go from room to room, and it's just surrounding videos and whatnot and things like that. So, to me, if I'm comparing the Millennium Falcon ride and Battle Escape, I'm more excited for Millennium Falcon, except for the fact it's only 6 people. But you can actually control what happens. You get to pilot the ship. You get to pilot the Falcon, and like I said at D23, and also the OC Registry article, there's going to be outcomes to the Millennium Falcon ride. If you do a great job, you land the Falcon in one piece, you're going to get some kind of credit. Now, if that's just like, hey, you did a great job, or if it's going to be like, hey, you get a free soda, hey, you get a free picture, pictures are free, but you guys see where I'm going. But if you bring back the Falcon in pieces, in shambles, it's a mess, it's a wreck, something is going to happen. It's going to impact your Star Wars Land Galaxy's Edge experience in a negative way if you crash, like I said. It'll be a good thing if you do well on your voyage. So I think, to me, that is a more personal ride. I think something I know I would be more excited to ride, just because I'm controlling it and controlling the outcome. And those are the two big things that I wanted to focus on there. It's just these two little pictures that, one, to me, the Millennium Falcon ride seems more like a pod, kind of like I said, Star Toursy kind of thing, but you're controlling it. So like a Mission to Mars in Florida, and the Battle Escape ride looks to me more like a Spider-Man, Transformers, somewhere you're going from room to room and everything's going to be, around you. Not necessarily a thrill ride, like a Space or a Thunder Mountain, Matterhorn, something where you're actually physically moving and accelerating and things like that. Battle Escape feels like you're going to be more like watching. You're going to be in the middle of everything, but it's not necessarily going to be a thrill ride. Again, kind of like Star Tours. Both of these kind of remind me of Star Tours in a way. So, the rides, those are the two big things I want to talk about there. The other thing is just this overall layout map of how things are going to look. If you're going to enter from Fantasyland, according to OC Registry, and Disney has put this out, it's official news, that from the east side, so Fantasyland, and I'm taking it also means the second entrance by Thunder Mountain. Both those entrances are really close. That side is going to be the First Order. So you're going to walk in, it's going to be First Order props, and yeah, it's really just said First Order props. But it's going to be, everything's going to be geared toward the First Order, the bad guys. When you enter from the Hungry Bear, from the west side, it's going to be a luscious forest, it's going to be Rebel props, it's going to be a Jedi, I forgot what it is, some kind of Jedi ship, a Rebel ship. And so that side's going to be the Rebels. The Fantasyland, Frontierland side is going to be the First Order. And everything in the middle is kind of the battleground, the conflict zone. So the conflict zone, as you can see from here, it's going to be your shops. A lot they call it the merchant trade shops. That's what's going to be in the middle. The restaurant's going to be in the middle. As you come through the east side, through the First Order section, there's going to be a First Order stage. Should be some kind of First Order show, I'm assuming, band maybe. If you come from the west side or the Rebel side, you will come across Maz's Cantina. So that's also going to be toward the middle, but it's more themed to the Rebel side, because obviously she's more on the Rebel Alliance. So that's what's all going to be in the middle, with both attractions being in the back part of the land. So they're going to have, it seems to me it's going to be a lot of immersive effects. That's going to be the main thing of this. I mean, there is only 2 rides. It's not a lot of lands that only have 2 rides, but to me, it's going to be all about the immersion. They're going to have a land speeder shop garage, land speeder garage. They're going to have droids. They're going to have droids everywhere, supposedly. Now, I don't know if this is going to be, they're going to be robotic, or they're just going to be kind of placed there, stationary, make noise. You can take pictures with them. Or if they'll actually be moving around, robotic, They said they're going to have a droid kind of shop charging station. So droids might come up, plug in. Then a little bit later, they come out and they roam around with you and interact. And it's all going to be about feeling like you're in the Star Wars universe, which to me is really cool. And I think that, to me, will be the pinnacle. That'll be the big thing for me. The big why I want to go to Star Wars Land. It's not necessarily going to be the rides, because the lines are going to be 5 hours long. They're going to be ridiculous. I just want to see the land, be immersed. Think, wow, this is what it must feel like to be in Star Wars, to be in that universe. So, guys, I just wanted to throw this all out to you. I want to know what you guys think. What you guys think about these rides. What do you think about the ride vehicles? I've talked about the 8 to 10 man Millennium Falcon. I've talked about the smaller, scratch that, reverse it, 8 to 10 people-ish Battle Escape pods. and the 6-man Millennium Falcon pod. I'm just going to both call them pods because they both kind of look like pods, just a little bit different. So I want to know what your guys' opinion is on those attractions. How do you think the riders per hour, how are these lines going to move? Are they going to be really set and stationary and stuck? Or are they going to be much more like a Pirates, which obviously can't happen, but better example is going to be like Star Tours. Mass movement, stop. Mass movement, stop. So, guys, just take a peek at this. Gander around. If you guys have questions, please let me know. Go to OC Registry and check out this article. Again, it was published, I believe, on November 17th. So only a couple weeks ago. It was the first time I've seen it. So I want to get it out to you guys. I mean, I literally just looked at this a few hours ago. So, guys, check this out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment and ask. And, yeah, that about wraps it up today, guys. Let's see if I can do this in... No, it's still going to be a lot. If you haven't done so already, give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when other videos like this or other Park Adventure videos are uploaded. I'm going to try to get a video up on Sunday. I don't have any more Park Adventure videos for you guys. I've ran out. But I'm certain I will find other things to entertain you guys until I am back at Disneyland, which I have no idea when it's going to be. But hopefully it'll be soon rather than later. So guys, if you guys are at the park, tell me you guys say hi. Enjoy your weekend. It is Friday. Happy Friday. And guys, I will see you all a little later. So is Soaring the new Radiator Springs? Why all of a sudden is Radiator Springs, or not Radiator Springs, Soaring so popular? At least fast passes. Is it because the line doesn't move? Or, I don't know. I'm lost.